Hello, friends. It is November 30th, 2023, and my name is Kate Mura. I'll be doing some tarot forecasting for the upcoming month of December. And the decks that I have out today are the Lua Tarot by Divine Muses, Marie Bento. Well, hello. Hello, death and change. This is what we are in the season of, are we not? And 78 artists have reviewed this deck, and I swear it used to be Cirque de Tarot, because one of my early videos was on why is there another Cirque de Tarot, which is a lovely deck. I love Lisa, and in fact, I'm going to be chatting with her in 2024 here on Group Tarot's YouTube channel. But then when I went back to 78 Artists' website, it has Cirque de Carnival. So maybe it has always been Cirque de Carnival and I was just wrong. Maybe they changed it and I missed it. I'm not sure. But I thought that it would be, and it just felt right for this season to have a combination of bright colors and grayscale. So the two that popped up initially for us as the roots of December are the Seven of Cups and Death. Whew, might be time in December to really let the fallowness of the season, at least for those of us in the Northern Hemisphere, do its work and let those balls drop out of the air. And the Seven of Cups is frequently a card about having so many options, and with death and that scythe right there, and there is something my eye is drawn both to the scythe and this, how each of the cups on the wall are held there with knives, and it almost feels like our invitation here is to fully cut away and let go the relationships, the energy sucking bits that don't serve us, like to just truly, completely let them lie. If they do not nourish you, if they do not nourish your community, is the balance worth it? Whew. Well done. You want to come out? Things to think about at the beginning of the month. And the end of the month. One for each. The High Priestess and the Seeker. The Four of Pentacles and the Knight of Coins. Each one of these was inverted. I flipped them all right side up, in part because I'm remembering something that V, the Tarot BFF, also who I've chatted with here, um, likes to say about reversals, about how it's internal work to do rather than external work to do. And how I frequently feel about reversals, which is that these energies haven't really settled yet. They're flowing around, but they haven't landed. And as we in the Northern Hemisphere get ever deeper into darkness, it is not even 5 o'clock where I am recording this, and yet we're not at full dark, but we are well past twilight. And it is that time to go in. And it is the time to look at our own high priestesses, our own seekers, which is the Fool, and to imagine and dream and fly for what it is that we want, where we want to invest our little bits of money. Maybe it's not a lot. Maybe we can't give as bountifully as we want to. But what can we do that is meaningful? What can we do that plants a seed that will grow? Maybe take out some of the maybe take some of this water and emotional stuff and water something else. In some ways, these two cards are also coming back of like this December, or whenever this comes across your feed. They're also maybe just the saying that not making a choice is still a choice, and going a little further with that of, if you're not doing it, if you're not reaching out to that person, then maybe you just really don't want it. Maybe you really just don't want that person, that work, that hobby, that thing in your life anymore. And that's okay. Um, in some ways, it almost sounds like I'm advocating ghosting, which is not necessarily the case, but it's also, um, but that also could be in there. Like, ghosting has a lot of negative connotations to it and judgment to it, but at the same time, sometimes it is the healthiest option to just leave and make no more contact, to pack up your important belongings and hit the road. head to new places and new times. I love how this high priestess is doing aerial work and silks and flying through the air. And so there's also this invitation to fly, to dance, to journey in a literal and internal metaphorical sense. Cut out what you don't need. Cut out what doesn't nourish you. And when you're making decisions, because a lot of times that Seven of Cups can be about having so many decisions in front of you and not really knowing which one is best, and going through the pros and cons and each one of them sort of being similar, and instead coming to trust your gut. Now, this particular individual, the smirk on their face, like that, this card says some different things to me. This card says, like, who are you listening to and why? And are they actually spilling the tea, or are they spewing poison out there? And what if, when asking ourselves questions about what to focus on this month, where to go, where and how to invest the resources that we do have, limited though they may be, where can they do the most good? Where can they nourish the most people? Where and what can be planted that will grow and fuel 7 generations ahead? Listening to the land and listening to our ancestors. The tattoos on this knight's back very much seem to me to be speaking to each other, and it feels very much like our knight, who is us, is also reminding us that these bodies, these flesh sacks of ours, carry our ancestors with us. For those of us who, like myself, are going to have new people absent at the holidays this year, whichever ones you may or may not celebrate, they're still with us because they are part of us. They are part of our DNA, our blood, our breath. And that's true even if they were not blood relations. Like, if we shared fluids, if we shared air with them, we've breathed in part of them. It's one of the things I love about the sense of smell, is that when we are smelling something, we are literally taking in that essence of another into ourselves. Does that then not make them part of ourselves? So don't be afraid to cut out the things and the people and the places and the parties that do not suit or nourish you. Do make choices that help you feel light, that help you fly and see new vistas. Take a walk or traipse through your neighborhood and area with whatever mobility assistance devices help you. I hope this helps, and I will be going live on December 10th with um, something a little different and a little surprising. So do tune in, and then 2024 has a bunch of new programming and conversations and decks and runes and how to make sure you don't accidentally end up practicing with white supremacists. Um, so stay tuned. Have a beautiful month.